Welcome to the Loan Arranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and yes, I am the Loan Arranger, coming to you live and in person in the WDBO studios here on John Young Parkway in Orlando. I have to tell you, what an honor it is to be on this station, to have met so many wonderful people out there that have listened to my show and the show that I do with Cleve on Saturdays. It's just been an honor. I've had so much enjoyment and fun meeting so many people and helping you and your families with all your mortgage and real estate needs. Now, this show is really designed to be able to help you navigate the real estate market. And what are the obstacles that we're up against right now? What are interest rates doing right now? What are home prices doing right now? Are they likely to fall? Are we getting ready to see a big correction in the market? These are all things that I want to talk about on this show so that you're informed and you get none of the fake news. I'm going to tell you something. I will be happy to share with you the good news and the not so good news when it comes to real estate. So let's get started on this right away. First of all, I am looking at booking a class for next week. Would be June the 1st. I think it's next week. It may not be next week. June the 1st in Winter Park at the Ale House. Now, I haven't confirmed with the Ale House because you can't get anybody to return phone calls over there, but I have put together a class that is how to win in real estate in 2022, because there's a lot of obstacles that we're up against right now. So if you know somebody that is currently renting, it's a must class for this. And I'm not going to do this Zoom. I've been doing Zoom. I'm so over the Zoom thing. I want to do this in person. So if you know somebody that may be interested or is currently renting, it's a must go to class. Now, if you know somebody that also wants to invest in real estate and become a real estate let's just say a real estate guru. Now, you don't have to be a massive landlord. I'm talking about owning 5 properties, maybe 10 at the most, but 5 properties. I can show you how that you can amass about $3 million plus in free and clear properties, paying you $15,000 to $30,000 a month in rental income. How would you like that? How would you like to retire on that? Now, if you follow the path that I have set up for you, I will not only show you how to do it, how to acquire it, the pitfalls, the things that you have to look out for, but how to succeed in the game. And I'll show you that when you retire, you won't have $3 million in free and clear property. You'll have $3 million in free and clear property. And if you invest that money in an additional 20-year period of time, I'll show you how to have about $9 million in the bank, and other people are putting it in the bank account for you. How would you like that? You want to learn how to do that? So listen, I typically teach my Zoom classes for free. I think this class is going to be about a $20 entrance fee with per person, or $25 per couple. Give me a call or text me at 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313. If you're interested in that, then come join me. We'll be at the Ale House. There'll be some beverages available, maybe even a few appetizers for you to sit and learn from me. I will share my successes, I will share my failures, and I'll show you how you can win in the game of real estate and navigate 2022, because I'm going to tell you something. It's a crazy market out there. 33 years I've been doing this, and I've never seen markets quite like it. I don't even understand it for the most part, but here's what I do understand. I'm still buying properties. Matter of fact, I bought 2 of them last week. So you want to get into the game? If you think that there's a crash, and I am one of the experts in the industry, why would you think I'd be out buying property? I'm out buying property because I see a buying opportunity. I see that the prices of houses are going to continue to skyrocket. Okay, you might see a couple of pullbacks here and there. I don't care. I don't try to time the market, but what I am doing is I'm seeing that there is not really any way we're going to see a major pullback in the real estate market. I just don't see how that can happen. Not with inflation. You can't build a house for less today than you could yesterday, and the week before, and the year before. With inflation looming at record highs, like they say it's a 40-year high. I'm telling you, I think it might even be as high, if not higher, than when Carter was in office. It's a similar type of situation. So inflation is going to loom. Okay. And that even when we get out of inflation, once we've dealt with it, which could be 3, 4, 5 years down the road, at least another president will have to fix it, because this one has no clue as to what he's doing. He cannot fix it. He's got it out of control. Inflation, fuel prices, housing, interest rates, out of control for him. However, it will be fixed. But I don't back out of the market to wait for things to go up. I don't care what they are now. If my interest rate is a little higher than I'd like, I'll just refinance it when they come back down. But I don't want to avoid buying a home, even though interest rates are up, and miss out on the advantages of appreciation, because that's what I'm looking for. And if I'm buying rental properties, my tenants are going to pay my rent. Come on, rents are up 20%. They're actually in some areas up 57% in Central Florida. 57%. Isn't that crazy? But you know what? It's horrible if you're a renter. It's great if you own property. So what do? You fix the problem. You become a homeowner. You have to own property. Let's face it. Being a renter is an adjustable rate, and it's only going in one direction. Like we think of an adjustable rate mortgage, hey, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. Rents aren't going to go down. They're not going to go down. They're going to go up, and they're going to stay up, and they're going to stay up. And finally, sooner or later, at one point, your income is going to balance out with what inflation is. But that's not going to happen right away either. So there's buying opportunities out there. If you're interested or you want to entertain getting into the real estate market, all you got to do is call me at 407-706-3313 or visit my website directly at webringyouhome.com. My team and I would be honored to help you. We are a personalized mortgage service. We are not a loan number mortgage service like your big companies are. Yes, I'm a direct lender. Yes, I'm in all 50 states. Yes, I have more loan programs than any other lender that I can possibly think of. Matter of fact, it's easier for me to think of the loans I don't do. I don't do commercial loans. I don't do land loans. Everything else, I got it. Construction, renovation, first-time home buyer, VA, FHA. I mean, you name it, I got it. Anything you need, I can help you with it. I have more flexibility in underwriting than any other lender that I've ever seen. And I mean that. Any other lender. Matter of fact, I don't even have credit score requirements on my FHA loans. So if you're credit challenged, you may have an opportunity that I can still help you with that. Just give me a call. I'm happy to entertain it. If I can't do the loan right now, I will guide you in the direction so that you have all the tools that you need in order to get from point A to point B. Point A meaning you don't own a home or you want to own more homes. Point B meaning you own a lot of homes. Now, and I don't mean you have to be a massive landlord and own 25 homes. I'm not talking about that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Anyways, I'm trying to coordinate a class right now. If I can just get the Ale House in Winter Park to return or answer their phone, I will do a live meeting at the Ale House in Winter Park on Lee Road in 1792 on Monday, June 1st at 6 p.m. I just got to coordinate it with them. But if you're interested, just text me that I'm interested in attending your class, and I will keep you in the loop personally on that. 407-706-3313. What's going on with interest rates right now? Well, they are truly in the fives right now. There are rates in the fours. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing conventional loans in the fours. If you got really good credit, you can be in the fours. The threes are pretty much gone. The sixes are right around the corner. We saw a rocky week in the bond market this week, so things are changing. But, you know, people ask me, what do you see with interest rates? I see interest rates continuing to climb. What do you think I should do? Float it or lock it? So here's what I look at. Every day is like a ride in a stagecoach for me. Okay, it's up and then it's down, and it's up and it's down. But when it's down on a good day, let's just say, and when I say down, that means the bond market is up, which means interest rates are down. So I'm watching the 30-year bond yield. And when the bonds are up, it means interest rates will start improving a little bit. Well, we had a couple of days where they were up. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, finally we see a little break in the action. Interest rates aren't going to rise again today. And then bang, by the end of the day, all of a sudden it turns and the market goes the opposite direction. So I am in what we call a locking bias. I don't have the stomach to try to play the market where I hit the bond on a downstroke. Because even if it is on a downstroke, let's just say like it was on Monday where bonds improved by like 41 points. Well, that would be an improvement on your loan cost of 0.4 of a point. So instead of it costing 1 point, it only cost you 0.4 of a point. That's what that would have been. So does it improve it? Yes. Is it a significant needle mover? Not in the least. 407-706-3313 for the Loan Arranger. You have any questions about getting financed? I'm here to help you. But let's get the process started. Let's get it started right now. You know anyone that's renting right now, please, we've got to do what we can to help these people. We've got to crack that whip and buck that landlord. Yes, sirree. That was quite the crack the rip there.
Dang, that hurts.
It does hurt. It hurts when you pay that landlord rent every month. You know what else it hurts? It hurts your family. Do you know that people that are homeowners, their children, on average, have 7% higher math grades and 9% higher reading grades or English grades? That's the difference in a C and a B and an A. That's the difference in the college you attend. Do you know that there's 116 times more likely to graduate from college if you come from a household of homeowners? Do you know that there's less alcohol and substance abuse issues in families that are homeowners? Now, I don't pigeonhole people that are renting. I rented for a period of time in my life. It was necessary that I did that. I was not truly responsible enough to be a homeowner. And some people aren't. We call them BTRs. They're born to rent. They're just not responsible enough to be able to own a home. But I'm going to tell you something. Once you own a home, you'll never go back to renting again. Not until they put you in an assisted living facility. You won't. It doesn't make any sense. There's no money in renting. There's only a loss of income in renting. So if you need help, you reach out to the people that care. You reach out to the people that can help. The Loan Arranger, Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 33 years in the business, one of the top lending producers in the country. I'll put my numbers up against anyone. I'm not the top in the country. There are people that produce more loans than me, but they do not give the level of service that you deserve. I have the best team of people that cater to my clients' needs. That's returning phone calls, returning text, meeting in person. Try to meet in person with some of these lenders anymore. Some of them don't even want you to come into the office. Most of them don't even have an office. The loan officers and the processors you talk to are working remotely from their house. And, you know, that may be fine. But I have a culture of people that are committed to making sure they take excellent care of my customers. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't think customer service in these days is very common. I think that we've relegated to the point where we just are okay with crappy service. And you know what? I'm just not. And maybe I'm a dinosaur. Maybe it doesn't mean anything to you. Maybe that personalized service isn't that important to you. But I'm going to tell you something. It's important to me. It's important to me that you get a return phone call. It's important to me that you get answers to your questions that are delivered without smoke and mirrors, without a bunch of other questions that are answered. You got a question, you need an answer. That's what the Loan Arranger does. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. I'm at 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Either of those, easy to reach. You can text me at that phone number too. Also text me if you're interested in getting into my How to Navigate and Win in Real Estate in 2022. Just text 407-706-3313 or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. I'll be back in just a couple minutes with more of the Loan Arranger radio show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Welcome back to the Loan Arranger Radio Show. This is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, WDBO Radio, Ask the Experts. You can reach me if you have any questions for the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. You know, it's been such a joy being able to help so many folks out there achieve home ownership or save money when it comes to refinancing. Is refinancing really the opportunity for you right now? Only if you're looking at debt consolidation, or you have an adjustable rate, or you have a balloon note that's due. Maybe you're in a divorce situation. Then it's right. If you're just trying to get rid of PMI, I'd probably hold off on that. Now, you're not going to get a lot of lenders who are going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you the truth because you always get the truth here. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Here's a couple of reasons you could consider refinancing. And here's the thing. Why do you refinance when rates are higher? Only if you can truly save money. So I took a client the other day. They had like a 4.5% interest rate, and they were going to refinance, and it was going to be 5.75% interest rate. So why would you do that? Well, I'll put this in perspective. They had about a $1,500 a month payment on their house, but they also had another almost $2,000 a month in other debts. I refinanced their house. Their payment went from $1,500 to $1,700, so $200 more a month. That paid off $1,500 a month. So that was a $1,300 a month gain. $1,300 a month gain. Now, if they applied that $1,300 to their mortgage, then their mortgage was paid off in like 9 years. And they had no other debt. That's how you do it. There's a reason to do it. One of the only reasons I would consider doing it, but if that's what you're looking for and you're looking for that advice, that's what I give you. Just getting rid of PMI, probably not so much, okay? You're not going to lower your interest rate if you got an interest rate sometime in this century. So interest rates are higher than that. We all know that. Though they're in the 5s, some are in the 4s, okay? You got great credit, you can still be in the 4s. And some of them, if your credit may be somewhat not quite so polished, you might even be in the 6s. Investors are in the 6s. Is it too late to buy as an investor? Well, I'm going to tell you what. If it's too late, I made a huge mistake because I just bought 2 more houses. And if I'm buying them, then you should buy them. Why? Because I've got the information. I trust the numbers. And I'm going to tell you, don't get freaked out by the news. The news is there to scare you. It makes you uneasy. And that's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because the poor are afraid to jump in because they listen to the news. I mean, come on. You listen to the news. It's like if you're caught up and you have Credit Karma or one of those free credit agencies, then you listen to what you're told to do. But it's generally false information. Why would something be free? Because it's not free. You are a target. Your information is being sold when you sign up for things like that. They're data mining and they're selling your data. And then you wonder why your credit gets pulled 15,000 times and your scores drop. Don't get caught up in that stuff. It's garbage. You need a credit report. You want to know what your credit is. You can get it for free. The government makes it's mandatory that you get one annual credit report for free. Go to annualcreditreport.com. It'll tell you what your credit looks like. And if you need help improving your credit, you just come to the Loan Arranger and I'll guide you in the right direction for credit enhancement. If you're considering buying a home, do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Do it. Are interest rates going to be higher than they were? Yes. Are they going to be higher tomorrow? Yes. Are housing prices at an all-time high? Yes. Why? Because they're always at an all-time high. I mean, that's not something that's new. The only time that you, in your lifetime, unless you're somewhere in your 70s, have seen a drop in real estate is from 2007 to about 2010. 2011. So there was a short period of time where real estate had gone down and then it went up. Now, can you imagine if you bought a home in 2010 or 2009, how much money you would make? Can you imagine buying 10 homes? You'd be a multimillionaire. You'd be a multimillionaire. Let's just put it that way. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loan Arranger Radio Show. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Welcome back to the Loan Arranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. They call me the Loan Arranger. Why do they call me the Loan Arranger? Because that's what I do. I arrange loans and mortgage loans, to be specific. If you're in the need for a great lender, somebody that's going to really take good care of you, somebody that's a direct lender in all 50 states and has huge buying power, then I'm the guy to hire. I want to help you obtain the best mortgage for your needs. So let's talk about mortgages and where are they going right now? What's available for you right now? What's available in real estate right now? So mortgages, I'm hearing a lot of people say, hey, are you starting to do adjustable rate mortgages right now? Yes, I am entertaining some adjustable rate mortgages. Yes, I've locked a few of them in. Am I completely swaying in that direction? Not yet. Not yet. Why? Because if you can still get rates in the 4s and the 5s, an investment property in the 6s, I don't want to risk it knowing that inflation is going to continue to drive the Fed rate up, which will eventually drive adjustable rates north. Now, some people may say, yeah, but what if I can get a 7-year fixed? So let's just go back in time because the Loan Arranger has been there through the time, okay? So here was the comments that I got from people that knew better than I did, at least thought they did, back in 04, 05, and 06. You know what? I want the adjustable rate mortgage because I'm just going to keep the house for a short period of time and then I'm going to flip it or then I'm going to sell it. And so I don't care if I have an adjustable rate mortgage. Now, what do you think happened to those people? Because if you remember, we had a massive recession and a huge amount of foreclosures. Why? Because the people bought homes, adjustable rate mortgages. When the market shifted, they were screwed. So you can anticipate that if the market continues to get better, you're going to be fine with an adjustable rate. But if the market shifts and anything happens to employment or the economy, then you're in big trouble. So why not go with a safe bet? Now, listen, I'm not opposed to adjustable rates. Don't get me wrong. I am not opposed to them. And if you have a question, you can call me directly. You can text me at 407-706-3313. Write that number down. The Loan Arranger, Bruce Woodburn, 407-706-3313. We'll discuss it. Here's when I'm in favor of it. Matter of fact, I've had adjustable rates on my own properties, but I usually get them when rates start to go north of 7.5%. When I start getting north of that, then I start entertaining it. Now, why am I not doing more adjustable rates right now? Well, I'll tell you why. Interest rates for mortgages tend to be more attractive for the bulk of the people that are getting mortgages at that time. Well, let me just kind of dissect that a little bit. If there's not a huge flavor for it in the secondary market, then there won't be great rates. When more people start swaying toward wanting adjustable rate mortgages, then they'll start becoming more attractive. But right now, they're only maybe a half a point lower than a fixed rate mortgage. Well, why do I want to do that? A half a point? I don't need to take the risk. Now, some of you may say, I'll take that risk. That's fine. I'll take care of that product for you. No problem at all. But others like to play the game a little safer. And I'm not adverse to risk at all. I mean, I'm not at all. I live in the realm of risk. Now, fortunately, my wife lives in an opposite realm, and so they kind of balance each other out a little bit. But I'm not afraid to take risk. I'm buying property right now. I just bought 2 more properties. I am in the market to buy properties. And I think that we're going to make a lot of money in real estate. Matter of fact, your median sales price in Orange and Seminole County, we'll include Lake County in there because it's really running around the same thing. In April was $366,000. It was $365,990. Okay, call it $366,000. Okay, in April. In March. In April, it jumped $24,000 to $390,000 in 1 month. $24,000. Now, all on the news, the housing market is recessing. It's come down 2.5%. Who cares? Who cares? That's fake news to make you feel bad, to make you think that the world is coming to an end. And that's what our media does today. It's actually tiring, but it's laughable for me because I look at the numbers. I follow the numbers all day, every day. That's what I do. I'm watching my computer and I'm watching where the bond market's going. I'm watching trends. I'm watching when I should jump in, if I should jump out. And you know what I'm doing? I'm jumping in. Right now, I'm jumping in. And yeah, I'm paying a higher rate for my mortgage rates, just like you are. Everybody is. But I don't care. Because if you put it in perspective, for every 1% that the interest rate goes up on about a $300,000 transaction, $300,000 loan amount, not transaction, your payment's going to go up about $193. That's for one full point. Okay, that's from a 4.5 to 5.5, 5.5 to 6.5, about $193 a month. But the cost of waiting will cost you $50,000, maybe more. And $50,000 added to a new mortgage is $316 a month. Now, the problem is you're going to get hit with both. You're going to hit with the rate and the cost of housing because it's going to continue to drive up. So that's $509 a month. Now it's starting to get pretty expensive, right? I'll take the $193 hit on my payment. No problem for the interest rate. I don't have a problem with that. But when you combine waiting with the cost of interest rate rising, then you're making a huge mistake. It's not the right thing to do. Get into the market. Get into the market now. I'm looking at that $390 price right now for a median sales price in Central Florida. Now, some of you may say, where can you find that? I'm finding them in the 400,000 and 500,000. Yes, but because that's a median sales price. Now, I believe that the median sales price by at least the end of the year, the beginning of 2026, will be $640. It might be more. $640. Go ahead. You can write that down. You can call me out if I'm wrong. Go ahead and call me out. I hope I'm wrong and it's $650. But even if I'm wrong and it's $500, what do you think I made? Okay? If you bought a house for $390 and it's now worth $500, you made $110,000 per property. Plus, you have people living in it if it's a rental property, which is what I'm doing because I have my own primary residence and I've got several rental properties and commercial properties as well. So it's done well for me. Look, I'm a 10th grade dropout. I don't have a college degree. I don't have a finance degree. I am just a 10th grade dropout. But I'm going to tell you something. You know what I am? I'm smart with money. I understand money and I like to share and help you. That's what I like to do. That's how listen, I'm in the business of doing mortgages, but I'm in the life of helping people understand how to make money and make money buying real estate. It's the easiest thing you can do. It's actually a no-brainer. It doesn't make any sense not to do it. Now, I still invest in my 401k. I still invest in other things. I have a stock portfolio, but my money was made in real estate. And your money can be made in real estate. I can teach you how you can get into property and own multiple properties, and you don't have to put 20% down to buy each one. Okay, you don't have to do it. I'll show you a way to do it. Matter of fact, I created a program that I call my Leapfrog Program. It's what did it for me. I didn't have, growing up in business when I was younger, I didn't have 20% to put down on a property. I was scraping together to put 5%. But I show you how you can do that and multiply those properties and have at least 5 of them, and it will make you generational wealth. You want to get into one of my classes? I'm looking at teaching a class in person on June the 1st at 6 p.m., and I'm trying to get a hold of the Ale House in Winter Park at Lee Road in 1792. If they actually would answer their phone, then I will coordinate that. And in the meantime, I'm just telling you when I'm going to do it, and if it's going to happen, I want you to text me at 407-706-3313. If I have to, I'll do a Zoom. I don't want to do a Zoom. I really don't. And if you come to the event, I guarantee you, you will walk away understanding how to do it and how to do it right. Now, I'm going to buy you a drink. I will have an appetizer there. It's going to be like $25 per person to get in. And I think it's $20 per person to get in and $30 per couple. So If you're interested in that, I'll show you all the ins and outs. You don't have to buy my CDs, my 8-track tapes, my cassette tapes. You don't have to buy any booklets. You don't have to become a member of a club. I'm just going to share with you how to do it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you my mistakes. I'm going to share with you my failures. I'm going to share with you all my successes so that you have a complete roadmap. If you have young children, like adult children, get them into that class. If you know anybody that's renting, get them into the class. Be the best money they ever spent. I promise you. It's a no-brainer. 407-706-3313. That's my number. Or you can go right to my website and do an online application first. You can go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Or you can go ahead and text or call me at 407-706-3313. What other programs are out there right now? Well, I've got FHA loans for 3.5% down up to $420,000, and I don't even grade you on credit score. Okay, HUD grades you on credit score, but I don't have a credit score limit. So I closed one recently at 506 credit score. I closed another one at 511 credit score. There's no lenders out there that'll touch that. I'll do it. That's right. The Loan Arranger will do it. What about down payment assistance programs? Seminole County's open up. Orange County's open up. There's a little bit of money there, but it's just tough to find the purchase prices that meet those categories. So that's a little bit more challenged. VA. All you veterans out there think that USAA is your choice to go to as a veteran. It's not your choice. You have better choices. They've just sold you better than I have. They have convinced you better than I have. USAA is an insurance company. I'm going to tell you something. Insurance companies are like banks. I don't trust either one of them. Okay? I don't. I have to have a bank, so I have to have a bank account. But I don't trust them to do my financial withholdings. I don't use a private banker because I think they have an agenda. I don't, it's just one of those things. So I don't really count on my banks or an insurance company. I think insurance companies are out for insurance. Now, we have to have them. I have to have insurance. So I can't say I'm just not going to have insurance. But I know that if you go downtown in any city, look at the big buildings and see whose names are on them. They're going to be insurance companies and they're going to be banks. They didn't build those giant multi-million or billion-dollar buildings because they're not making money. They're making money off you and I. Now, you want those same services, like mortgage services, come to a lender that doesn't have a big building. I operate out of a small building in Winter Park that I've owned since 1998. Okay? It's not fancy. It's not fancy. It's clean. It's comfortable. It's safe. It's in a nice location. It's right off I-4, but it's not fancy. Okay? I own the building. I've owned it for a long time. I'm glad I bought this building. And I want to show you how you can do similar things. Allow somebody to get in and allow them to help guide you. Okay? I don't have an agenda. My only agenda is, hey, if you want a mortgage, I'm here to help you with the mortgage. So that's my agenda. You want that. You want that level of service. You want somebody that's going to care about you. Then just jot down my phone number, 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Anybody you know that's renting out there, please get them to me before interest rates get any higher. Come on. We all know they're going up, and they're going up fast. Every day's a new roller coaster for me. Okay, I'm just watching the market, and it's mostly up. It's very little down. 407-706-3313, or you can apply online at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. When we get back from the next break, I want to share some fascinating things that are going to absolutely they will be a game changer for you getting into the market right now. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 5. Welcome back to the last segment of the Loan Arranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and yes, I am the Loan Arranger. And it has been an honor to be broadcasting out to you and I really appreciate the opportunity for you to take time out of your busy weekend to listen to my radio show. I hope you find it informative. Whether you're in the market to buy a house or refinance a house, it makes no difference, because you know somebody that's going to need my services at some point, and I'd be honored for you to refer me to them. I truly would. It means a lot. And when I give out my numbers on this show, these are my numbers. These are not a number to a call center in India somewhere. These are actually my numbers. And yes, I actually do return phone calls. It's funny. I talked to a lot of you folks and you're like, oh my God, you actually returned my call. Of course I returned your call. I told you on my radio show I would return your call. I tell you on my radio ads I will return your call. I return phone calls. I'm there to help you. My team's there to service you too, but I follow up on it. I help structure your transactions. I make sure that your loan's going in the right direction, that it's closing on time, that my team's servicing you well. I promise you, you choose the Loan Arranger, you'll never be disappointed with your mortgage needs. I can guarantee you that. Now, just to wrap up the show, because I know it's a crazy time out there, and there's a lot of people that are sitting on edge. I mean, the price of gas is through the roof, groceries, if you can even find them. I mean, I'm concerned about our shelves being empty at some point here, and what's next on the agenda for that? So I don't really know, and I see interest rates go up. I mean, I'm getting calls every day from people going, what are interest rates doing now? Well, they're going up. Okay, well, what are they up to now? I don't know. I can tell you this morning, and then I can tell you again this afternoon. But that's kind of how my day goes. Every day we're starting to see interest rates go up, and now we've seen a couple of down days, don't get me wrong, but not down to where it made massive improvements in rates. So we are trending upward. My point is, don't delay. If you need if you need to buy a house, which you should if you're renting, then do it now. Interest rates are still not bad. Okay, are they in the 2s? No. 3s? No. 4s? Maybe for you. Okay, 5s? Maybe for you. 6s? Probably next week. Who knows? That's probably the direction things are going in. But you don't want to rent. Rents are going up 20%. Matter of fact, they went up 20% last year. They were predicted to go up 20% this year. But you know what they're going up? They're going up as much as 57% we're seeing in the market. 57%. So here's the thing. You can either buy a home, help your family member get into a home, or you can continue renting and it will suck the daylights out of your pocketbook. That's what you can do. Those are your options. So don't go down the landlord path. Become a landlord and you will have financial freedom. I can assure you of that. 407-706-3313. I'm the Loan Arranger. You can also go directly to my website and apply. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. You can apply online at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Anybody you know out there that's renting, get them over to me as quickly as we can, because we will start to see interest rates continue to rise on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you are considering refinancing, don't refinance for any reason other than debt consolidation, or you have an adjustable rate mortgage you want fixed, or you have a balloon note that is coming due, or you're in a divorce situation. Those are your reasons. Don't do it to reduce PMI. You're definitely not going to do it to reduce your interest rate unless you had a hard money loan and it was extreme interest rate. There's no other reason. But buying is a reason. So I want you to write my phone number down and call me when you need me. One day you're going to need me for a friend. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. I've got every loan program you can possibly think of, and I've got more flexible underwriting than anybody I know, and you will not get better service from any mortgage company in the industry. That's my promise to you. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in to me. I really hope you enjoy the weekend, and we will see you here next week and Saturdays at noon as well.